Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is All Wings Everything and I am your cook, Spinelli. Now today's video, what we're gonna do oven baked chimichurri wings. Now if you never ever heard of chimichurri sauce, this particular sauce originated in Argentina. They make it in a red or a green sauce, but here in South Florida, you can find this sauce in all the Brazilian restaurants. I really love this sauce. You can also buy it in your grocery stores. To me, it doesn't taste as good in the grocery store. If I'm gonna eat it, I'd rather go to a Brazilian restaurant or I'd rather make it myself. So this sauce is real good. I decided, hey, let's put it on some wings. Because generally what they do is they put this over their grilled meats such as steaks and things like that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'm ready to work. I'm tired of explaining, so let's go.
All right, everyone, here are the ingredients we're going to use for today's recipe. We have some cilantro, parsley, garlic. We have a red and green jalapeno pepper, Publix green wise chicken, ground pepper, red wine vinegar, some red pepper flakes, and some salt. And I forgot to put in this shot olive oil, so you are going to need some olive oil with this recipe. All right, so let's get started. All right, so I've already measured out our ingredients for today's recipe. I've already cleaned our chicken and cut it. So what we have here in front of us, we have 2 cups of fresh cilantro. We have 1 cup of fresh parsley. I used about 5 garlic cloves, 2 teaspoons of red chili flakes. I sliced and diced our jalapenos. I did a 1/2 cup of olive oil, a 1/2 cup of red wine vinegar, and I used some salt and pepper to taste, but I used about 1 teaspoon of each, 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of pepper. So these are our ingredients measured out, so let's move on. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to season our chicken with our salt and pepper. So go ahead, sprinkle your salt over your chicken. Next, sprinkle your pepper. And once you do that, we're going to give it a good mix. And then we'll move on. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make our chimichurri sauce. So add your parsley to a bowl. Next, add your cilantro. Next, add your red wine vinegar. Then your olive oil, your minced garlic, chili flakes, and lastly, add your jalapenos. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to give this a good mix. I probably should have put it in a bigger bowl, but we're going to make do with what we have right now. So we're going to give this thing a good mix. And once you mix it completely, then we'll move on. All right, so what I've did is I've taken a 1/2 cup of that mixed chimichurri sauce. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to reserve that to the end of the recipe. So next what we're going to do is we're going to take our the remaining chimichurri sauce and we're going to pour it over our chicken pieces. And once you do that, we're going to give that chicken a good mix. I'm going to use my tongs to mix it, not my hands. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take those chicken pieces and we're going to put them in a Ziploc bag. And we're going to allow them to marinate in this mixture for about, you could do for a minimum of 2 hours. I'm going to let mine sit for about 4 hours. And then I'm going to come back and we'll continue this recipe. So I'll see you guys in 4 hours. All right, so now it's time to line our pan and grease our grates on our pan. So make sure you line your pan with aluminum foil. Spray your grates with cooking spray. And once you do that, we'll move on to our next step. All right, so the marination process is complete. So now what we're going to do is we're going to remove our chicken pieces and we're going to place them on our greased pan. Again, we're going to place these skin side down, about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch apart if you can. Try not to overcrowd your pan. And once you do that, we'll move on to our next step. All right, so now we're going to transfer these wings into the oven. I've already preheated our oven to 275 degrees, and I'm gonna let it cook on this low temperature for about 1 hour. And after that 1 hour, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn those wings over, and I'm going to raise the temperature to about 425 degrees and allow them to cook another 45 minutes. Okay, so I'll see you guys in an hour. All right, so it's been an hour. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn our chicken pieces over, and we're going to turn our heat up to 425 degrees. And we're going to cook these bad babies for another 45 minutes, turning them over after 20 to 23 minutes on the other side to allow them to finish cooking. All right, so go ahead and turn your chicken pieces over, and we'll move on to our next step. All right, so it has been roughly 20 something minutes. So we're going to pull our chicken out and turn it over on the other side and let it cook for the remaining 20 something minutes. And once you turn all your chicken pieces over, we'll move on to our final. All right, so go ahead and turn your chicken pieces over, and after that, we'll move on. All right, so now our chicken is done. So we're gonna go ahead and pull it out. We're gonna place this this pan on the counter so we can take a good look at it. All right, so let's take a brief look at it before we continue. How's it looking so far? You guys like that? All right, looks good to me. All right, let's move on. All right, so now what you're going to do is you're going to remove your chicken pieces from your pan and add them to an empty bowl. Once you do that, what we're going to do is we're going to take that 1/2 cup of chimichurri sauce that we reserved, and we're going to just pour it over the wings, or sprinkle it over the wings, however you want to do it, or however you want to call it. Once you do that, what you're going to do, take a lid, cover it, do a little shaky bakey. Then remove your lid, and let's take a look at what we got. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a clean plate, and we're just going to transfer those wings onto that plate. You know, give it a good mix again real quick to make sure you got all that chimichurri sauce on those wings, because that's what's going to bring out the flavor in it. All right, so go ahead and add those to your plate. And once you add your chicken pieces to your plate, then we'll move on to our final step and conclude this video. And take a look at it, what we have. Oven baked chimichurri wings. Don't these things look great? I love it, people. I love it. Fresh cilantro, fresh garlic, fresh parsley, fresh peppers. Can't get any better than that. Take a look at these, folks. I love this recipe. All right, folks, so now it's time for me to do a little quality control. So I'm going to grab me one of these wings just to make sure that you guys, just to make sure you're safe to eat these wings. All right. Yes, I love this. I love it. I love this flavor. I love the chimichurri flavor. Oh my God. These are great. All right, folks, I'm gonna go ahead and finish off this plate of wings. I wish you guys were here with me. I would actually share with you if you were here with me. Maybe next time though. All right, you guys, I'm glad you guys stopped by and you stayed with me through this whole video. I appreciate your support, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I'm out.
All right, everyone. I know you enjoyed that video, and if you wasn't a chimichurri fan before, I'm sure you're a chimichurri fan now. I'm gonna tell you, I'm a triple chimichurri fan. Now, after eating those wings, I'm telling you, my love for chimichurri, my chimichurri level was right here, now it's right here. So I'm telling you guys, you need to try this recipe. Those who follow me, I know you guys are eating it. I know you're enjoying it. Leave a comment below. And if you make these wings a little bit later, don't forget, drop a comment below. I want to hear from you guys. And if you like the video, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so now so you can be alerted every time I drop one of these videos. And also share with your family, friends, co-workers, or anybody who you think are interested in great recipes. And until then, I'm Spinelli, and this is All Wings Everything, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Everybody stand up. Introducing the one and only, the most anticipated and highly underrated